Hey guys, welcome back to another Tech Guru video where I try to make technology as easy as possible. Today we are in Adobe InDesign CS6. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting more InDesign videos and you will be getting them in the coming weeks, so go ahead and look out for that. If you do have any specific questions or videos that you would like to see in regards to InDesign, put them in the comment box below. So we're in InDesign today and I'm going to show you a brief tutorial on understanding how text wrap works within InDesign. When you're creating a project, you're going to have a lot of occasions where you have an object on the screen or on one of your pages in which you want to add text to make it look right, to make it, you don't want the text to be blocky, you don't want the text to be above or below, and as you see here, I have a text wrap set around this rectangle that I have drawn within my InDesign project, and I have text wrap set to where it's going to wrap all around all four edges of this object. Now, I'm going to get into the details of how to edit and change the way your text wrap works for specific objects. So I've got my text wrap panel pulled up here and I'm going to drag it right over here so you can see it. It'll be a little more visible. If that is not available to you, go up to Window and then go down to Text Wrap, which is right here under Styles. Once you have your text wrap option menu available to you, you'll see a number of options. What I normally do is I'm just going to go ahead and hide the text so I can select my object and edit and change the way the text is responding. Now, if I change my text wrap to no text wrap at all, what's going to happen is this text is going to go ahead and type over. It's going to go over my object. So what I will do is I'll just select my object. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the text. I'm going to select my object, change this to no text wrap, and then once I view my text, the text goes automatically on top of the image or object that I have in InDesign. Now, if I go into my layers panel and I drag this object, which is my rectangle here, above the text, you see, now that changes everything. Now your object is in the forefront and your text is in the background. You will never do anything of the sort within InDesign unless you're really working on a strange project, so don't worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and put my object back down below my text. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to make this as brief as possible, so let's go ahead and move on. The next thing that you're going to see is this right here, which is this. If you hover your mouse over this, it says wrap around bounding box. Now, what does that mean? Let me go ahead and show you exactly what that means. If I grab my ellipse tool and I drag out an ellipse, okay, look at the square box. Oh, excuse me. Look at the square box that is surrounding this circle. I'm going to fill that circle with a nice yellow color so you can see it. There is a box around this circle. That allows you to move it and center it with other objects on the screen. If I have text wrap set up on this object and it is around the bounding box, it will go around all four edges of this bounding box or the perimeter of it. Now, if I go to the next one, which is wrap around the object shape, it will actually wrap around the circle itself. So if I drag this down here and I change it to wrap around the shape and then I drag it down here, as you see there, the T up here will go in the shape of whatever object that is. Now, if I click that and change it over to the bounding box, that T moves over because it's only going to wrap around the four edges of my bounding box. So when you want text to go around a circle in a nice curved form, you then want to change it to wrap around shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this object here or cut it from our project. So we're just looking at our rectangle one more time. And the other two options you see here is jump object, okay? And then you'll also see jump to next column. Don't really worry about that one right now. Let me go ahead and select my rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and hide the text, select my rectangle, and then I'm going to change it to jump object. I'll bring my text back, and as you see here, that will put no text on the left or right sides of your object. That will only put it on the top and bottom, so it jumps the object and the text will resume below the object where the bounding box is finished. Now, a few other things that you will see here is you will see what This is called the top offset. This is called the bottom offset, and your left and right offset. These are automatically linked together, so it makes them all the same. It makes them uniform. If you're ever in a situation where you need more room on the left or right, you will need to uncheck that chain there, and that will allow you to have more space in between the object, okay? So an offset is the distance between the object, or in this case, the bounding box, and your text. So if I want that to go up to be, 1 pixel, 1.8, 9, 10, 1.10 pixels, what that did is that will change the amount of distance between my object and my text. So if you ever want a nice clean area around an object, but you still want text around it, you can up the offset of each, the top, bottom, left, and right, however you please. Now, I also can go in here. One last thing I'm going to show you is I can click on my rectangle, and what I will do is if I select the wraparound bounding box option, I can actually go up to this here where it says wrap options, click on that, and then I can only have it wrap on the right side, the left side, or the side towards or away from the spine, and the spine will be the left side, like the back end of it, okay? Or the largest area in that case. So you can change that there under wrap options. So that's a little bit about how you deal with text wrap within Adobe InDesign. If you do, by any chance, have any questions about how to go about doing any of this, guys, go ahead and put them in the comment box below. I'll do my best to get to them as soon as possible. Thank you always for watching my videos. Don't forget to help me out. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys next time.